rolling. That is what Will Levis told us coming into that game. The big guy is, of course, Derrick Henry, who surprisingly has not cracked 40 yards on the ground in back-to-back games. He has been the workhorse for this Titans offense for quite some time, and they do want that to continue. But Henry told me, look, when you are the player with the team for a long time, you know you have to make the plays by any way possible. When it doesn't happen, yeah, you get frustrated. But today, I got to be physical. We have to be better. I got to make the right reads and make sure I'm efficient in my runs. Adam?
Derrick Henry's offense will be out there to start the day as Carolina won the toss and deferred. Mike Vrabel has a Super Bowl win in his career as a player against the Carolina Panthers, but they've lost 3 consecutive games. Same deal for Frank Reich in a 1-9 opening campaign. He'll face the Tennessee Titans again. Of course, as the head coach of the Colts, faced them twice a year. He's lost 5 straight meetings against Tennessee going back to his days as the head man for the Colts. Eddie Pinheiro will kick it away. Tajay Spears, the rookie out of Tulane, is back to receive. Had a couple of good returns on the road at Jacksonville last week. It's the 7th meeting all time. You don't see these two teams square off often. We'll get a chance to do it today together. If you're watching this game, you sure do love football. We're happy to be here too because we love it. Get to call it. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Away we go from Nashville. Spears will give it a shot. And a negative return as he does not make the 25-yard line. Heck of a hit. Tay Davis is there with the stop. And that will bring out big Derrick Henry for this Tennessee Titan offense, led by Will Levis. Jalen Duncan makes his first career start at left tackle. Andre Dillard has really struggled. Give me a little bit more on Derrick Henry.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is such a big, physical running back, and you've got to get him as many touches. He's split out wide right now, but as many touches as possible today, especially in the run game. 22 carries is the key for me.
Levis over the middle. There's DeAndre Hopkins. He continues the streak. Every game in his career, 156 games, he has made a catch. And he is closing in on 12,000 yards. So Will Levis, you see the numbers. NFL average for passer rating is around 89. Perfect rating is 158.3. They didn't generate a ton last week, but he was efficient.
He really was. And when you watch him, footwork-wise, he's got great foot energy. And just his different platforms, his throwing platforms, arm platforms, he can throw it from any angle, and he can throw it accurately.
Henry's wide again to the left this time. Brian Burns drops back in coverage, so 8 back for Carolina. Levis kept his feet. Levis threw the ball low, and Nick Westbrook-Akine could not hold on. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Carolina defensively, a lot of injuries on the back end. We know what they have up front, though. Brown is great. Brian Burns needs a little bit more production, and then Frankie Louvu is going to have a big role today.
Yeah, there's no question about it. This guy is sideline to sideline, really plays well, and you can expect him to get some rushes, especially off the edge on 3rd down. So watch that changeup today.
Henry's in the backfield for the first time. There's touch number 1. First carry for Henry, and a nice job by Carolina's front. That's Deion Jones along with Troy Hill from the slot coming up. Nice play defensively.
And that's one thing, I mean, populate the ball. That's what the defensive coordinator, Ivero, talked about yesterday. We have got to populate the ball when we have 22 Derrick Henry carrying it. As many people to the ball carrier as as possible, because he is such just a beast running the football.
Adrian Ivero in his first year as the defensive coordinator for Carolina. Frankie Louvu lined up off the edge here. And here he comes with some pressure. An extra man for Carolina. And Levis in traffic has that ball deflected. It's incomplete. Big Derrick Brown. He is a beast at 330 pounds.
Well, he is a big man right here, and I've even
made him even bigger.
So, I mean, he's just so powerful, and I'm telling you, at 330-plus pounds, he has a motor, and you don't usually see that with big guys. He plays about 50 plays a game. He just goes to town, and I'm telling you what, when you watch him last week hit toss a guy like Zach Martin, you know this dude is powerful.
One of the great offensive linemen that we've seen in the last in this century in Zach Martin. And Brown.
One of the best I've watched play for the Dallas Cowboys. He is a phenomenal player, and Derek Brown is just a big physical beast.
Speaking of which, Ryan Stonehouse is a beast as a punter. He's going to boot it away. Is Amir Smith-Marset bailing out. He's got a punt return touchdown this season a couple of weeks ago on that Thursday night game against Chicago. Breeze helped that one to a touchback. Bryce Young and company will start from the 20.
Smart Fox is sponsored by Geico. It's easy to Geico.
Not too late to play today's Fox Super 6 free-to-play game. Download the Fox Sports app right now. You can enter for free for a chance to win your share of $10,000 in weekly cash prizes. Bryce Young and company are at the 20-yard line. Carolina trying to get going offensively. 29th in scoring. Brett Toth will make his second career start first in about 2.5 years. He's at right guard today. So that's the big change up front. You want to see a little bit more from DJ Chark.
Yeah, we all know about Adam Thielen, but DJ Chark is a guy that can lift the top of coverage. I want to see him get involved on the deep ball, give his quarterback an opportunity to see if they can strike from deep range.
Chuba Hubbard is the back. He's been the main back for the last few weeks. Miles Sanders had more carries last week. Bryce Young on the move. That's a nice way to start as he finds a fellow rookie in Jonathan Mingo. Really nice play design on that rollout as he picks up 22. Good stuff from Bryce Young. 10th career start, only 9 touchdown passes. He's thrown 3 pick sixes in the last handful of games. Got sacked 7 times. There's a lot of different elements that have kind of contributed to the slow start.
Yeah, so what do? We get him outside the pocket, get him moving, a linear progression, 1, 2, 3 right in a row, something easy to start his day, and a nice play, a nice intermediate game.
Now Chuba Hubbard out the toss. I don't know, you can find a hole in all that traffic, and he's able to. Picks up 8 solid yards on first down before Harold Landry makes the stop. Hey, Jeffrey Simmons, he's caught a touchdown pass now. He got a short touchdown pass last week, and obviously we know what he can do defensively.
Hey, yeah, defensively, this guy is an absolute, I mean, just a motor, absolute beast. And he's just one of those guys that, to me, is one of the premier defensive tackles, defensive ends in the National Football League. A lot of fun to study on film.
Did see Sean Murphy bunting. He is back after missing the last 2 games. He's playing corner after a thumb injury. Now it's Miles Sanders getting a go. Pushes ahead. Not enough brotherly shoving for the former Eagle. He's about a
doing right now offensively. They understand one thing. You're not going to make a living running between the tackles against the Tennessee Titans.
Yep.
In the last 2 weeks, by my count, they've had 35 run stuffs, meaning runs that went for 2 yards or less. So we're going to get to the edges, try to use multiple tight ends, see if we can attack the edge of this defense. That's how we're going to try to get our rushing yards.
Oh, wow, a little toss backwards for Sanders. No shot. Kyle Pecco and Danico Autry and the rest of that front just raced in to blow it up for a loss of 8.
Well, you're going to get a little pin and pull here, and you've got to come down here and block here as you pull this around. They just leave Danico unaccounted for. Autry just, or Danico Autry unaccounted for there. Somebody's got to come down there, block that edge, and take care of Autry. That is just like stealing. It's too easy for Autry to make a big play in the backfield.
But they're a team leader this season in sacks for a group that hasn't had a ton. Middle of the pack in sacks this year. He's had 6 of them to lead the crew. Final year of his 3-year deal. Johnny Hecker, the veteran punter, drills one. 50-yarder. And Eric Guerra, the rookie out of Louisiana Lafayette, with a really nice return. Just shy of the 30-yard line. Flag is down. It may negate a career-long 22-yard punt return, and it looks like the initial indication is a penalty.